This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events. And have we got a great event to tell you about? The beautiful Andrea Kosar is with us. And she, of course, is the executive director of the Cen-Tex Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And your event is growing every year, isn't it? But Sabor, Taste the Nations.
I'm so excited to tell you about it and always excited to catch up with you, Ann. But yes, we're doing Sabor Taste the Nations for the second year this year. Really excited about it. It's falling during Hispanic Heritage Month, but this event is special because we are celebrating Hispanic cultures and the diversity within Hispanic cultures, but we're also celebrating cultures from around the world. So it's a little taste of all different countries. I like to say that your ticket to this event is sort of like your passport.
Well, that's a great analogy there. And this is coming up on October 10th.
Yes.
So it's like right away, and it will be at the AC Hotel Waco, which is a great new venue for you for this.
I'm excited. Last year we did it at the Cameron Park Clubhouse, and so it was a little bit of an intimate feel. And this year we get to spread out and celebrate. It'll be a nice dinner, so you have a chance to get some good foods from all different local restaurants. We'll have some Vietnamese food from the Philippines, Honduras, Mexico, wines from a couple different places. It'll just be a really, really fun event.
Okay, so is this like a one-ticket thing, or do you?
Yeah, you can buy a ticket. We also have sponsorships available as well if you want to get a lump of tickets or grab a table or a couple tables at the event. So
how many tables are you planning to sell? I mean, you could folks can just come to the door and come to it, or they need to make a reservation ahead of time?
Yeah, we prefer reservations so we can
do
all of our planning ahead.
You want to know how many hundreds of people are coming to prepare for.
I feel like after COVID, that has really changed a lot with the events. You know, nobody knows what's going on, so everybody gets their tickets last minute. But
they do. I mean, this town is notorious for last minute people. Yeah.
So we're prepared for that too. We welcome everyone night of, but if you can get your tickets ahead of time, then we'll make sure to have you all signed in and set you at a table with some great folks.
Okay, now you mentioned some of the different nationalities of the type of food. There are going to be some new ones from last year's event. I mean, it's grown obviously from year to year.
Yeah, I'm really excited just about all the cultures that we have within Waco, and I think when you look at foods within Hispanic foods, a lot of people lump in Mexican food to all of the different cultures.
Yeah, Tex-Mex reigns supreme.
And a lot of times there's a lot of variation. You see it in Asian foods. So you'll see that Vietnamese food is very distinctly different from Chinese food and Filipino food. And it's the same way in South America. The foods are so different. And so it's also a little bit of an education piece to have an opportunity for every culture to share a little bit about the differences between each nation, and even within a nation, region to region, state to state, food can be so different. Even in Mexico, like each state has their own specific twist on things. So I'm really excited to highlight that. I know you've met my mom, and you know a little bit about my family and my Paraguayan background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our culture and our food is so different. I was teaching my family what a jalapeno is,
Oh, really? So for them, the hot peppers were the
spicy food, not a thing.
not a thing, really.
So
how interesting.
One thing that I think is just so cool in Waco is we have these cultures from different areas, and for South America, you may not find Paraguayan food. I can't really find my culture at a convenience store or the restaurant.
No, I would imagine not.
Yeah, but sometimes for South America, your neighboring countries have similar foods and similar, palates and cultures. Mm-hmm. So I get really excited if I see something that's Brazilian or from Argentina or Uruguay, because a lot of times there's like a little bit of a connection. And we have a great Honduran restaurant. I've heard people from El Salvador say, hey, I love that food because that's very similar to what
reminds
we have.
me, yeah.
So we wanted to open the floor to have a good space for people just to share a little bit about the different cultures and for people to come together.
Oh, it's just remarkable. It's a wonderful event, and it's the kind of thing that you're hoping to raise money for.
Yeah, we are a nonprofit.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. You are a nonprofit, as a matter of fact. So, I guess the sponsorship that I mentioned, it's not too late for someone to get involved.
Yeah, no, we would love to highlight and celebrate some of the businesses that are looking to highlight and celebrate the local businesses that we serve.
Yeah.
Our chamber works really hard to advocate for the Hispanic community and the local business community here in Central Texas. And we want to continue putting on amazing programs and connecting and highlighting local businesses. So.
Well, of course, this is just one of them, and let's talk about some of the others that you have through the Cen-Tex Hispanic Chamber.
Yeah, we have a ton of great networking events. One of our favorites is the monthly Café y Pan Dulce, and that's a chance where we get to highlight all of Waco. I think in Waco, sometimes we get into patterns of just going downtown for a restaurant or going to work. And so a lot of our events are floating. We do them in all parts of Waco, and the community that we've cultivated is used to going through the doors of places they've never been before, and we get to highlight our members in that way. So we're working really hard to expand the footprint of locals to these great restaurants that maybe they've never heard of and great cultures that they maybe didn't know were here in Waco. And we're also doing a lot online digitally with SEO to make sure that the digital footprint of some of these businesses is expanding, that their Google rankings are getting a little bit higher. And we offer training programs in Spanish, like Escalando, where we bring entrepreneurs together and small business owners together for training and networking in Spanish. And then this year, we started for the first time a small business resource fair where we had folks from all over donating their time to train local business owners and entrepreneurs on marketing, on different financial services, insurance, tax planning, and we're hoping to continue that throughout the years as well.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot going on with the Hispanic Chamber, but what have you seen just in the more than a year? How long have you been?
About 2.5 years.
Has it been 2.5 years? I don't know, where does the time go? What have you seen, as real positive in the Hispanic business community, and what do you see as an area that we need to work on?
It's so cool to see just different nonprofit leaders and community partners celebrating and advocating for local businesses. One project that we've been working with the City of Waco and grassroots community development on is the redevelopment of 25th Street. And that is a key corridor for Hispanic-owned businesses.
Oh, it
here
is.
In Waco.
That part of North Waco for a long time.
Yes.
Has been.
So it's really exciting to see what the future brings for 25th Street. And we've been really pushing for the Hispanic community to have an area of Waco where you can celebrate culture and you can celebrate all of the different businesses that are just so absolutely beautiful inside and offer so much. And so having that corridor and that space where people are welcome to come in and learn about some of these businesses has been really exciting.
Yeah. And challenges, what are some of the...
Yeah, I think for some of the local businesses, the challenges have been the growth, the really rapid growth in Waco.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible.
You have these big businesses coming in, and they have a lot of great benefits packages, and that's really hard when you're staffing and hiring.
Right.
So we're really wanting to have our local businesses supported, and we want to get their names out there. We want there to be name recognition and people understanding the stories behind a lot of these businesses. We have a Mexican bakery and restaurant where the owner, she did an incredible job in Mexico for a baking competition that was government sponsored. She won locally, regionally, statewide, and then competed against all the other states in Mexico.
Wow.
And Mexico said, hey, what baking equipment do you need? We'll sponsor you. We'll get it handled. And we have that person here in Waco looking to expand her business.
How awesome.
And that's Lupita's over on 19th Street. And then Taqueria Zacatecas, a lot of people know them as Taco Z. On La Salle, they've been around for 30 years, and their story is absolutely incredible. And the way that they bless people in our community and in their community back home in Mexico is just incredible. They give so much to churches and to people, to families, and just telling folks about those stories and why you should support these family-owned businesses that are working so hard and help them expand so we can continue growing in the community, but also those blessings come straight back into Waco and pour right back in.
Yeah, and that, honestly, that's a hallmark that I have noticed in Hispanic owned businesses, I was able to put you together with Petra Urquizo at Simply Irresistible on Austin Avenue, one of my favorite stores, happy place for me to be in. And she goes, I've been wanting to become a member of the Hispanic Chamber. So how can folks get more involved maybe in what you're doing, whether or not they're a Hispanic-owned business?
Absolutely. We welcome all. We have 3 chambers in Waco, and all of our chambers are incredibly inclusive. We all offer different programs and services and different strengths to the communities, but we all have that love for the businesses and nonprofits here. For our chamber, you can go online to our website, wacohispanicchamber.com, and you can find all of our programs, all of our events. You can find the membership application really easily. And, that support for our local chambers of commerce means a lot because we are all nonprofits, and a lot of times we're really good at putting on these programs and bragging on other businesses, and we forget to brag about ourselves and our own services and the need that we also have. We want to continue doing great work. So the support from the community to our organizations means a lot as well.
Oh, yeah. And you have social media, I'm sure, so folks can find you where?
We are very active on Facebook and Instagram at Cen-Tex Hispanic Chamber, and you can find a lot of the fun things that we're doing. I mean, we like to have a good time in Waco. We like to bring people together, and we like to make celebrating local businesses and nonprofits really enjoyable.
Oh, well, it is just incredible to me, all the wonderful things that you've done. Andrea, of course, we go back to our days at KXXV, our morning anchor at the time, and our paths got to cross professionally back then, and I loved you then, and I love you today, and excited about your new little fella that's coming in a couple of months, and it's going to your life will change.
I'm really looking forward to it, and your support has meant so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, I'm so happy. Anything we can do to get the word out on all the great things that you're doing with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. But let's go back over at Sabor. Taste the Nation's dinner is going to be October 10th at the AC Hotel in Waco, and you can get tickets again at your website.
Yes, online. Y'all can call the chamber as well, and we'll get everybody set up. And then doors open at 5:30 on October 10th.
Okay. And if you're just going to buy a ticket at the door, what would that cost?
Yes. Tickets are $75 a piece.
Okay, good. Yes. Well, a wonderful evening sampling all kinds of amazing foods and drinks. And it's just going to be an awesome night.
We're looking forward to it and hope to see everybody there.
Thank you, Andrea. And thank you for being with us for Central Texas Events. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.